We are the Nikhil Badlani Foundation Youth Advisory Board from West Orange High School. Our mission is to empower the youth to make a difference in their community by providing them a platform to express their ideas and to develop recommendations for traffic safety projects. We aim to evaluate traffic safety issues, generate ideas for productive change, develop specific traffic safety improvement plans, and implement approved plans. We advocate for traffic safety through policy changes, education, social media, and improvements within our community. We have 4 committees: public policy, education, marketing, and municipal. Our first committee is the Public Policy Committee. The goal of the Public Policy Committee is to advocate for the passage of bills into laws. This year, we built a campaign to advocate for Bill A1354, Companion Bill S1963. The bill requires permit holders to record a minimum of 50 hours of practice driving, of which at least 10 hours should be in darkness. This provision will strengthen our GDL system as indicated per the Technical Assessment of New Jersey Driver's Ed program, conducted by NHTSA. The bill also proposes increasing the amount of time that a permit holder is required to hold a permit before becoming eligible for a probationary license, from 6 months to 12 months. New Jersey is one of the 3 states that is yet to pass the bill under the GDL system. Given that we are so passionate about this piece of legislation, we directed a significant efforts at inserting ourselves in the legislative process. In accordance with these efforts, 2 members of our committee, Anay Badlani and Evan Correa, testified before the New Jersey Legislature Assembly and the Senate Transportation Committee. We are excited to report that this bill was passed in the Assembly and the Senate Transportation Committee. Here is a clip from the testimony.
New Jersey is one of the 3 states without a required minimum hours of practice driving. New Jersey can do its part by adopting this bill and help reduce the number of crashes and save lives. The economic impact of these crashes pales in comparison to the immeasurable burden on the victims' families and friends. This bill is particularly close to my heart as I am in the unenviable position of knowing what it is to lose a loved one. With the passage of this bill, the state will save fiscal resources, insurance companies will benefit from reduced risk, and most importantly, it will save lives. Bill A1354 is a win-win situation for everyone involved. I will be driving soon, something Nikhil was never able to experience. His loss and the loss of other lives from traffic crashes fuels my passion to advocate for this bill.
And I thank you so much for that powerful testimony. I think it speaks for itself.
And that right there is the crux of our argument in support of this bill. Practice is a necessary and life-saving aspect of the driver's education program. Adding these 50 hours is an indispensable addition to the current GDL program in New Jersey. So I ask all of you committee members, support this bill and preserve the hopes, dreams, and aspirations of young drivers all across New Jersey.
Simultaneously, we have been leading an email and phone call campaign directed at the New Jersey lawmakers urging them to support the bill. Our next steps are to have the bill passed through the appropriations committees in both chambers and then ultimately on both floors. We hope to have the bill passed into law by the end of the year. With this provision, our GDL system will be one of the best in the country. The goal of the Municipal Committee is to work closely with the West Orange Pedestrian Safety Advisory Board and discuss traffic safety issues facing our town and to generate solutions. Additionally, we help the board with data analysis and other educational campaigns in our town. One of our most impactful actions we undertook this year was to conduct a traffic safety survey to determine safety concerns of West Orange residents related to our roadways. The survey was sent to all students via Naviance, a school messenger service, and it was also posted on all social media platforms. We received 119 responses between students and parents. We consolidated and analyzed the data and presented our findings to the West Orange Pedestrian Safety Advisory Board, shown in the next clip.
Our next question was, how would you rate how safe you feel as a bicyclist in West Orange? And this part of the survey received 109 responses. And so then 19.6 of those surveyed felt a safety rating of 4 or 5 as a bicyclist in West Orange, while the majority of 81% felt a safety rating of 3 or below.
Over 86% of the respondents wanted protected bike lanes, and 65% expressed concern over lack of sidewalks and speed in our town. We discussed solutions for the concerns raised by our residents. As a response to our research in collaboration with the West Orange Pedestrian Safety Advisory Board and Easy Ride, a pop-up bike lane pilot was organized at a local elementary school. Easy Ride also provided a bike skills workshop to our young riders. The pilot was a resounding success. The township has decided to keep the bike lanes for now. We hope that these will be made permanent and the program will be expanded to other neighborhoods in our town. Our recommendation to the West Orange Pedestrian Safety Advisory Board is to reduce speed, add speed bumps, and increase the number of stop signs at intersections. We will continue to advocate for sidewalks so residents feel safe walking. The goal of the Education Committee is to spread awareness of driving and passenger safety at the school level. This year, due to the pandemic, we leveraged social media to spread our message. On New Year's Eve, we released a Stop For Me PSA to alert drivers to drive slow and obey traffic laws. Here is the PSA.
Stop for me.
Stop for me.
Focus behind the wheel for me.
Stop at the yellow light for me.
Stop for pedestrians, for them.
Don't run red lights for me.
That text message can wait for me.
Share the road for us.
Pull over when exhausted for me.
Drive safer for me. We worked with the school administration to educate the freshman group in the high school through our One Unsafe Step is One Too Many presentations. The presentations were delivered via Zoom to over 400 students. We discussed topics such as crash versus accident, passenger responsibility, the importance of wearing seatbelts, and the dangers of distracted driving. Our presentation included statistics, scenarios involving celebrities, and even an SNL skit to show that no one is invulnerable to a car crash. The students were given pre- and post-questionnaires to assess the knowledge they gained from the presentations. Currently, we are working on a distracted driving presentation for Harrison High School students. Here are some of the results from the poll at the end of the presentation. We saw that 80% of the freshmen were able to make the distinction between crash and accident. Almost 2/3 learned that crashes are the number one cause for teen deaths, and 99% of the students learned something new, while 80% doubled their knowledge from our presentation. This year, the board launched an Instagram and Twitter account in order to get people in our school and community updated and involved. We have used our Instagram account to post weekly infographics with colorful visuals and statistics targeted to teens to get them engaged. Each of our achievements throughout the year were posted on our social media platforms. We also created a PSA on dangers of distracted driving, which was submitted to the New Jersey Just Drive PSA contest. We also used our social media platforms to promote the PSA and reach a wide network of people to spread our message. The Distracted Driving Awareness Campaign was launched in April in collaboration with the school administration, West Orange Police Department, West Orange Board of Education, and the Department of Public Works. 100 signs with safe driving messages were placed around the town, specifically at dangerous intersections, streets, houses of worship, and schools. We live streamed the kickoff ceremony, as shown here.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Hayden Moore, the proud principal of West Orange High School. And as you see, my students care about driving and driver safety. So our Distracted Driver campaign, which I'm very proud to be behind.
Our live stream reached over 1,300 people, and the video has garnered over 870 views. Our impact on our community has been shown through outreach as well as engagement with the community. Every driver, cyclist, or pedestrian will see at least one of these signs in the town, and it will serve as a subtle reminder to drive safe. In April, we hosted the Share the Keys program by NJM Insurance to educate parents on the GDL program and how they can ensure that their children are taking the right steps to become safe drivers. We worked with the school administration to award an extra 5 credits to students who attended the presentation with their parents. Around 50 families attended the presentation via Zoom. We received positive feedback on the presentation from the attendees. They questioned why this presentation is not mandatory for the teens to get their permit. We plan to host a presentation every year. Our board was honored to be the recipient of the Traffic Officers Association of Essex County Timothy Larney Memorial Traffic Safety Education and Enforcement Award, as well as being named the GDL Champions by the Teen Safe Driving Coalition of New Jersey for our efforts on advocating for Bill A1354 and our commitment and dedication in the pursuit of traffic safety both on a local and statewide level. The Youth Advisory Board was featured in the local newspapers, the West Orange Chronicle, Essex News Daily, and Rural Media, as well as our school website. Articles were published on the recognition of the board by the New Jersey Teen Coalition and the Traffic Officers Association of Essex County, and another for our advocacy efforts for traffic safety. We will continue to advocate for Bill A1354. You can support us by sending us your letter of support. We will continue to educate our peers and advocate for Vision Zero in New Jersey, because 0 is the only acceptable number of traffic deaths in New Jersey. We would like to thank the sponsors of the You Got Brains Champion Schools program for giving us the opportunity to spread traffic safety awareness.